Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about the new Star Wars TV shows, the new Star Wars movies that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, as well as a handful of other projects that will be announced on Disney Plus Day, and also at D23 as well. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. You guys can also find me on Twitter at Mike01. Now, with that being said, alright, we already know that both Hayden and Ewan have had a blast working on the sets of the Kenobi TV series. You can even see it in their eyes when they're doing their interviews where they talk about the characters of both Anakin, Vader, Kenobi, and more, and how much of a thrill it was for them to actually return after, what was it, 17 years, give or take? It really was quite a surreal experience, without a doubt. Now, with that being said, everything related to Disney Star Wars right now is that everything related to both Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen is progressing in a very positive way. Now, we already have Kenobi Season 2 in the works. That's moving along very smoothly. That is going to get an official announcement later this year. It's actually happening because they have seen what the potential is for the continuation of the story. Now, with that being said also, is that both, of course, Hayden and Ewan, they've been a little bit more vocal recently about their roles as Anakin, Vader, Kenobi, etc., and exactly what fans can expect in the future. And recently, Hayden Christensen was able to offer something very exciting, while also teasing things here and there for the fandom to leave the fans guessing as to exactly what's happening. So, recently Hayden was able to actually talk more about all of this. Now, with the final episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi now out on Disney Plus, Disney executives have been going over numerous plans for the roadmap of the Star Wars universe. Now, it's noted that currently many projects are moving along in development that are going to be announced by this fall. However, in a recent interview with Hayden, he was able to state the following that will excite many fans around the world. Now, Hayden went on to state, "It was just such a blast to work with Hayden again and Ewan again, and we are already in the talks to do more fantastic things with those characters, to explore different sides of Darth Vader and Anakin along with Kenobi. I really can't say much about what we have planned, but we are in constant talks with the return of our roles again, because of the feedback from the fans just loving the return of these characters. There was so much we didn't get a chance to do in the series that was either deleted or plans that we wanted to do but didn't have enough time to do it in the show. And those are the ideas that we are now looking at on how that can be done and used in other projects as well. I'm very excited about the future, and I know a lot of what's going on, and I think that the fans are going to be very satisfied and to actually like this even more than what we did in the Kenobi series. I have been talking to some other creators that want to use my character again in various ways in different projects that we are currently going over, and we believe it is truly going to be great. Apart and separate from what Hayden had to say, this all alludes to Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost appearing in the Ahsoka series at some point, as well as Clone Wars era Anakin as well appearing again. In fact, there is a big scene that is already being planned between both Ahsoka Tano and Anakin Skywalker to be done in the form of a flashback between the two. Now, the thing about this, before we go on to the more exciting stuff, is that Hayden is really teasing big things for the Star Wars fans without really giving anything too much away. You know, we gotta be realistic here. He really can't say much because he is now officially employed with Disney and Lucasfilm. It's not like it was a one-off for him where it was just the Kenobi series and goodbye everybody again for the next 10 years. That's not how it is. Basically, Hayden is now going to be a regular when it comes to Star Wars actors getting involved in the Star Wars universe. And you know what? It's great news. It's great to have him back. He deserves it. And I think that he realizes that fans are welcoming him with open arms. And we are. You know, I think that he did a fantastic job as Anakin and Vader in the Kenobi series. He did a very fine job with that. The only critique that I do have, and this is all blaming the editors here, is the de-aging process was pretty awful. You know, they really used it on a very minimal scale in the Clone Wars flashback, but they did not even use it at all. And by the way, this was confirmed, is that they did not use it at all on Hayden in the Order 66 flashbacks because of how brief they really were, and they really had to minimize the amount of money that they were pouring into the Kenobi series. So yes, the de-aging tech does cost a lot of revenue for Disney, and for them to have used it for proper ways, I think would have actually paid off better for them. But moving on from that, alright, everything to do with the Ahsoka Tano series, that is moving along very smooth. We have a lot of scenes that are being filmed currently this month, and a lot of scenes that are prepared for July and August. Those are going to be the two biggest months of the Ahsoka Tano filming process. So, moving from all of that, this is where things begin to really pick up, is that, and Darth Vader is to be done in the form of a flashback between the two as well. And Darth Vader is set to return in Andor Season 2. There are already extensive plans for Ahsoka Season 2 for the return of Hayden as Anakin, given that Ahsoka will be a multi-season show and will focus on tons of Jedi lore and Force lore as well. Hayden is already set to begin filming his scenes for the Ahsoka series by the end of July, where Hayden is also in the talks to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost for The Mandalorian Season 4, to have a full-on reunion scene between himself and Luke Skywalker that Jon Favreau is in the talks with Hayden about, and is something that is already being rewritten into the script to appear sometime by the end of 2024, if Mando 4's production goes along very well. Hayden is said to be more, of course, excited about having more scenes also planned with Ewan McGregor for Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, as more Clone Wars era flashbacks are already in the pipeline for the second season of Kenobi as we speak, that is now officially moving forward. Now, the Kenobi series is set to further take advantage of the use of flashbacks again as well for the show. Hayden already is signed on for 5 projects right off the bat. So once again, just to name a few, Andor Season 2, Hayden is apparently coming back, Ahsoka, he is back, and Kenobi Season 2, that's 3 right there already. And Mando Season 4, he's already in the talks with Jon Favreau about that, to actually reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost, to really give fans a true reunion between father and son in a way that we have never seen before. So, we have a lot of things to look forward to. There's a lot of things being done between Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, Peyton Reed, and all these excellent creators coming on board of not just Mando 3, but also Mando 4. So, Hayden really has a lot on his plate, and you know what? It's been pretty much, long overdue. I'm very, very, happy for him, and obviously, everybody around the world is welcoming him, everything related to the Kenobi show. It's just rather unfortunate that, of course, there was a lot of criticism, and it was the one show that had a lot of criticism that so happened to be Hayden's return show. So, that's, gotta be a little bit painful, but thankfully for him, he's got other chances, he's got a lot of other shows that he's working on, and from what he said, he's teasing a lot of what's to come in the next couple of years. So overall, guys, let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night